Hi, hello, how are you? Welcome back to our channel. Today I want to share with you very important for all kids. Why I mentioned all kids means this is useful for IIT foundation course from the 6th class. As usual, those who are writing NEET exams, mains exams, MSET exams, any competitive exams, it is very useful for you. So I hope all of you understand this topic and you have to work out the problems. Definitely it will give the good result. So come to our topic. The topic name is the laws of motion. Laws of motion means immediately we are thinking about Newton's laws of motion. So Newton is playing an important role while developing the and giving the concepts, formulas and applications, all this. So we must learn about the Newton's laws of motion. Many people are thinking it is very easy while by hearting. They are by hearting what is Newton's first law, second law, third law, like that. But while understanding the topic only, we can able to attempt the competitive exams. Yes. Now we are starting with Newton's first law. What is the Newton's first law? What he said? He said that the body will continue to its state of rest or uniform motion. So he considered both state of rest as usual uniform motion same time. So they will continue their state of rest and uniform motion until unless we are applying an external force. Is called what? Newton's first law. తెలుగులో చెప్పాలంటే ఈ బోర్డు ఇక్కడ ఉంది. ఈ బోర్డు అనేది ఇంతే ఇక్కడే ఉంటుంది. నేను డిస్టర్బ్ చేయనంత కాలం నేను వచ్చి దాన్ని పుల్ కానీ పుష్ కానీ అటు కానీ ఇటు కానీ నెడితే ఆ పొజిషన్ అనేది చేంజ్ అవుతుంది అనమాట. సో మనం వెళ్ళి ఒక ఫోర్స్ కానీ కొంచెం డిస్టర్బెన్స్ కానీ దేని మీద అప్లై చేస్తేనే ఆ బాడీ పొజిషన్ అనేది చేంజ్ అవుతుంది. It may be rest or uniform motion. When we are applying the force only, the body will change its state of rest or uniform motion. Suppose this wall is there. This wall, it will continue its state of rest until unless we are breaking this. So this is also, you can say, that belongs to Newton's first law. Finally, the conclusion is the body will continue to its state of rest or uniform motion until unless we are applying an external force. That is called the Newton's first law, and I have given the examples also. Then what is the use of Newton's first law? What it gives? It gives the concept of inertia and force. What is the inertia? What is the inertia? The inability to change its state of rest or uniform motion is called what? Inertia. Means it doesn't want to change its position. It wants to continue its own position. Suppose in your class, one person is occupying the first bench. He doesn't want to change its position. So he is resisting to change its position. So that is nothing but inertia. When we are taking the big stone and small stone, which is having more inertia, big stone is having the more inertia, small stone is having the less inertia. Easily we can move the small stone comparing with the big one. So inertia means it will resist the change in state. It may be at rest or it may be in motion and all these things. You can say that when the body is resisting its change of position, change of state is called the inertia. But inertias of three types. What are those? Inertia of rest, inertia of motion and inertia of direction. Just now I said this Newton's first law is giving two concepts. One is what is inertia, another one is what is the force. What is inertia? So it is resist to change the state of rest or uniform motion. You can say that is the inertia. But inertias are three types. What are those? First one is the inertia of rest, inertia of motion and inertia of direction. What is the inertia of rest? Inertia of rest. Inertia of rest. Suppose the body is at rest. It wants to continue its position rest only. It doesn't want to change. That is called the inertia of rest. In our daily life, where we are observing this inertia of rest, suppose we are in bus, the bus is at rest condition. Suddenly the bus driver came and starts that bus. We feel sudden jerk. We feel sudden jerk. Why? Still we are in that trance, we are at rest only. We want to continue at rest only. That's why we feel sudden jerk. So this is one of the example of that inertia of rest. Not only this one, when we are standing in the bus, when the bus driver starts that bus, then what happens, we feel sudden jerk. Why? Along with the bus, our feet is in ready to move, that motion started, but remaining part is continue its state of rest. That's why this is the inertia of rest. సో ఇంకా తెలుగులో చెప్పాలంటే మనం బస్సులో కూర్చున్నప్పుడు, బస్సు స్టార్ట్ చేసినప్పుడు సడన్గా జర్క్ ఫీల్ అవుతాం. ఎందుకు? మనం ఇంకా ఇనర్షియా ఆఫ్ రెస్ట్లోనే ఉన్నాం. బస్ రెస్ట్లో ఉంది, మనం కూడా రెస్ట్లో ఉన్నాం. సో ఎప్పుడైతే బస్ స్టార్ట్ అయిందో, డ్రైవర్ బస్ స్టార్ట్ చేశారో, ఇంకా వీ డోంట్ వాంట్ టు మనం మూవ్ కావాలనుకోవట్లేదు అనమాట. సో దీన్ని ఇనర్షియా ఆఫ్ రెస్ట్ అంటాం. సో నెక్స్ట్ థింగ్ వచ్చేసి ఇనర్షియా ఆఫ్ మోషన్. ఇనర్షియా ఆఫ్ మోషన్, inertia of motion. దీన్ని కూడా bus, we can take the example of the bus only. Here bus, the driver applies the sudden brakes. We feel sudden jerk also. Suddenly somebody are coming, some unnecessary things are coming. Though see, he applies that brake, we feel sudden jerk. Why? All we are in that, we don't want to change our motion to rest, but he applied the brakes, that's why we feel sudden jerk. So here we want to continue our motion only, but he applies the brakes, that's why this is called what? Inertia of motion. Then third one is the inertia of direction. When we are in bus, the bus suddenly turns that like a left hand side, we are falling right hand side. Why? Still we want to continue in the straight line motion only. When the bus turns one side, we fall opposite side, means with that we are resisting to changing our direction. This is called the inertia of direction. ఇంకా కొన్ని ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ తీసుకోవాలంటే, ఒక స్టోన్ తీసుకొని థ్రెడ్ కట్టి మనం వీల్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? సో ఇట్ ఈస్ హ్యావింగ్ ద సర్క్యులర్ మోషన్, దట్ ఈస్ హ్యావింగ్ ద సర్క్యులర్ మోషన్. Whenever that thread breaks, what happens? That stone is coming in tangential direction. Why? Still the stone wants to continue that circular motion. Because of breaks of this one, what happens? It is coming in tangential direction. This is called like an example of that inertia of direction. The next thing we are going to discuss about, already I told you this concept, Newton's first law is giving two things. One is the inertia, another one is the force. And one more thing it is say that you remember that mass is the measurement of inertia. Mass is the measurement of inertia. So big stone is having more inertia and small stone, 100 kg stone is having more inertia and 1 kg stone is having more inertia. So clearly you can say that 100 kg stone is having the more inertia comparing with 1 kg. The next thing we are going to discuss about the force. What is the force? Force is just that opposite of the inertia. So for inertia, what we are saying, it resists the change of state or uniform motion. But force, what it is doing, it is try to change or changing the position of the body. Even it is at rest or it is in motion. In both the cases, it will try to change or it is changing its position or its state. That is called what? Force. Okay. So what is the concept here? Suppose you are running 4 meters per second. You can say you are running continuously 4 meters per second only. You are having what? Uniform motion. Here acceleration is 0, force is 0. But suddenly some person is coming and pushing you like that. Then your velocity is changing. Instead of 4 meters per second, your velocity becomes to 2 meters per second. So your state is, your uniform motion is disturbed and it is changes. So this force is try to change. Even suppose this marker is here, I want to move from here to there with the help of force only. Sometimes big heavy stone is there, even this wall is there, I want to push this one. Is it moving from here? No, but I tried, I applied my effort, I am applying this force, I tried this one. So here also what do you say? That force is acting on the wall. So the force is always try to change the position of the body. It may be at rest or it may be a uniform motion. That is called the force. Then we are going to discuss about momentum. Then forces are two types. One is the balanced forces One is the balanced forces. Another one is the unbalanced forces. Unbalanced forces. What are the balanced forces? Balanced forces means the total, the algebraic sum of the forces is equals to 0. See, one person is standing here, one is pushing with force F, another one is pulling with force F. So here resultant force is how much? 0. This force is balanced. Okay, you are having one big like a chocolate. One person is pulling, another, your friend also wants to eat that one. So both are, one is pushing, another one is the pulling. Then what happens? That is, you can say that balanced force. No one can eat that chocolate. Not only this one. Suppose we are entering into the shop. One person is pulling the door, another person is pushing the door with same force. At that time, what do you say? That type of force are nothing but balanced forces. The next thing is the unbalanced forces. What are the unbalanced forces? Here only meaning the force is not balanced means it is moving along the direction of that resultant force. Which is the more force, it is changing its position or direction, whatever it is, like that. Here sigma F is not equals to 0. This is belongs to the Newton's first law. Then at the same time we are going to discuss about the momentum. What is the momentum? Quantity of motion. Momentum is represented by P. Concept is what? Quantity of motion is called what? Momentum. But how to calculate the momentum means we can take the formula for momentum. Mass into velocity. Mass into velocity is called momentum. Mass into velocity is called momentum. So here what it is vector, you remember that unit is kg meter per second. So this is about the momentum. Next concept we are going to discuss about another class. Thank you everyone. Please subscribe my channel.